The brand new season of Merge Tactics is here along with the brand new Echo Sage Ruler, so let's test her out. But first, we gotta buy the new skin. Okay, so there have been pretty mixed reviews so far about this brand new ruler, but we have to protect the Echo here. That is our main objective with this ruler. And our goal here is to stall so that the Echo can charge up her ability, or his ability, I'm not sure what the Echo is, and so that he can actually get a hit and then upgrade his star level. So that's our primary goal here. And I think I placed my troops nice, so it actually charges up and gets a shot. That is so good. You want to try to place your troops to stall for as long as possible. You don't necessarily want to just like completely destroy your opponent. And that kill animation is actually really sick. So we do survive that round. I would say let's go for the Spear Goblin here. Maybe go for the Goblins, and then let's go for the Barbarian here. And then I think we could actually sell this, upgrade the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I think our main strat here is going to be going for more tanky units and goblins early on. But this, for example, should be pretty good. Our Echo is 2-star, so it's going to charge up in 8 seconds instead of 9. That's not the best improvement, but it will make a difference if our other troops can survive long enough. And they barely survive long enough, so our Echo gets one more shot. And let's see how much HP the 2-star has. So the 2-star honestly doesn't have that much HP. It does get knocked out there by the Executioner, but we are only one away from actually getting our upgrade. So let's go for the, I would say the machine here, just so we can get the Brutalist trait. But it says here, it levels up after defeating 1, 2, and 4 enemies. So we have to defeat one more enemy now to level up to level 3. Hopefully we get the last shot. It's so close. Oh, it has the animation, but it doesn't actually hit. So unfortunately, he was a king player, so I guess he just tried to lose there. I'm pretty sure it's a bot as well, but let's try to go for this for now. But in my opinion, the best bet for using the Echo Sage is to use either Brawlers, because those can tank for a long time, or to use, I would say, the Brutalist. Those are also very frontline heavy. They'll tank for a long time. And the Giant. So there we go. We get the 3-star Echo. Now she's going to be ramping up her speed. I would say, but yeah, I would say Giant's definitely easiest. Brawlers and Brutus are also very good. So let's try to do that. We also kind of have like a pretty good start for either Brawlers or Brutalist. So I'm really not complaining here. Clan is also very good, so we could really just go for either of those comps, I would say, here. But we are getting quite a few upgrades here. I think I'm going to buy the P.E.K.K.A. And the last card perfect that we need is that Mega Knight. Let's just put the Goblin in just for that Goblin trait as well, just to farm up some Elixir, because you don't get any Elixir with the Echo. But 3-star Echo now. Let's see what it does. I think it's just going to die from this Goblin. Maybe a bit of a placement issue. I probably should have protected it, but the Echo really doesn't have that much HP, as you guys can see here, but the rest of our cards do clean it up pretty nicely here. And we are against this final guy, the Battle Machine here. I'm not quite sure how we're going to fare, but we do need to get the last cards that we need. Perfect. We get the Princess and the Wizard here, so this is going to be the best, one of the best comps for the new ruler, in my opinion, because it can just survive for such a long time. But I will put the Echo probably in this corner here. You generally want to protect it. It doesn't have that much HP. So let's try to protect it, and hopefully it does go for the Goblin here. I did put the Prince there, to be fair, so that was probably not the brightest move. But hopefully it does go for the Goblin either way. And it actually, okay, so it doesn't actually affect buildings, as you guys saw there. The Echo went for the building. Unfortunately, it didn't actually hit the building. But now it's actually charging up faster, and if we can maybe... It doesn't have that much HP. That is the one problem I'm seeing here. Maybe the Battle Machine is sort of a counter to it, because it doesn't actually affect buildings, as you guys saw there. But yeah, I mean, I really can't tell how I feel about this. I mean, so far in testing, it doesn't seem too strong. I mean, I feel like, obviously, this is the first time playing, so, you know, all the strats aren't figured out 100%, but, I mean, it doesn't affect buildings. That's obviously a huge downside, though, to be fair. Battle Machine's not that meta, but we get a 4-star, but even at 4-star, it just dies so quickly and we lose the game there. So yeah, I honestly just don't feel like it's very strong so far, but I'll see. Let's just go for the 2 Goblins. Pretty basic start. But I don't know, guys. I just feel like so far the HP is pretty low, so if it actually gets targeted, it's pretty much we're done so. And it takes a while to charge up. I think it might charge up here, but okay, that's very good. You need to charge it up in the beginning, but even in the last game, I charged it up in the beginning, but it didn't really get that much value. So we'll see here. To be fair, though, we were up against a Battle Machine, which I guess inherently does counter it, you know, if your thing can't attack buildings. But this should be pretty good here. We have the Royal Giant, which is extremely tanky, obviously. Your Giants are going to be really good, I feel like, in the beginning. Giants and Brawlers, because they're cheap and they're tanky. So that's going to help you farm up your Echo levels here. But our Echo, as you can see, is going to charge up here. And is, boom, going to take out that Executioner. Okay, so let's grab this Princess, I would say. And unfortunately, we do run up an Elixir there. But we should win this round, and we have the double goblins as well, so this is a pretty good start. We are facing the king player, so unfortunately we are just going to completely take him out before I can actually level up my echo here. But on to the next round. Let's grab this executioner here, and I think I will just level up the RG. And at this point, I think I might just try to cycle here, maybe try to get a good card. I feel like the double giants and the clans we could probably go for, because we already have, you know, we already have the RG very well upgraded. We also could go for brawlers. Those could be also a really good option here. So I think for now, I might just try to go for, I guess, a mix of clan and brawler just for the time's sake here. But I think clan, giants, brawlers, you know, anything with very high HP, ruthless, those are going to be super good because your echo can tank. As you can see here, my other guys are stalling so long. I think our echo might be able to get one nice jump. 3-star echo now. But let's go for clan. Clan is going to be super good as well because we actually have that heal, which is going to be very helpful. So let's grab that barb here. We get the full clan as well. We could also sell the prince. Upgrade that archer queen here if we can. And I think for now, this is probably all we could do. But let's actually test out how our echo does. I think I'll put it here and hopefully it can target the electro giant or just one of these higher star cards. I think the echo will do very well against high star cards because it instantly one taps. Like here, it should one tap that E giant. Very good. So I think it actually might do better against cards, rulers like the Empress, which has higher level units, than, you know, rulers like the Battle Machine that just has so many buildings, so many units for the Echo Sage to get distracted from. But here we are top 2. So all we need to do is take this guy out. Let's actually sell our queen there, and I'm probably going to go for the Skeleton King variant here. The good thing about this, though, I will say, is it's not like the Loom where you kind of lose out on a troop, because that would be pretty detrimental here. But we do get our comp that we are looking for, and unfortunately, I think we're probably going to have to end it there. And hopefully, we can actually target the 2-star monk here, so I'm definitely going to move my Echo Sage there. I'm not sure if I can, to be fair, because the other cards might be closer here, but this is definitely one of the best, if not the best comp to use for the Echo Sage. And that guy just gets skyrocketed. It's insane. And we're going to take game number 2. On to game 3. We do get a goblin to start. Okay, so I think what I want to do here is I want to just try to protect my Echo. Make him or her last alive if possible. Sort of the opposite of buildings where you want to sack the buildings. I kind of want to sack the other troops. Not necessarily sack, but I want my Echo to survive. Also, guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe because at 40k, we will be doing a Spirit Empress cosplay. And boom, we get a 2-star already. That is very good. Let's buy the Valkyrie. Let's try to go for Clan and Barbarian. So this is actually pretty good. We get 3 Clan, but we are facing a full range comp. Honestly, I think I might just move my units back like this just to maybe buy a bit more time. I feel like these subtle tricks in terms of like buying time are going to go a long way because if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of the times in rounds, it's usually like a second or 2 difference for the Echo to activate. Like boom, just like that. The Echo activated like 1 second before the round ended. So I think that makes a big difference. Definitely goes a long way. Let's go for the P.E.K.K.A here. But honestly, now the Echo is definitely getting a lot more value. I think it's very different when you play early on because most of these guys that I'm facing right now are bots except this Loon player. Everyone who's playing King that has weird names is probably going to be a bot. So I wouldn't say it's exactly accurate, as accurate, I guess, when you're facing bots versus like once you reach like the top of the leaderboard, because those two sort of play styles, counters are going to be very different. So I'm definitely very curious to see how that works at more of the top of the leaderboard there. But we do get a prince, and one of the problems I'm already foreseeing here is that it's very difficult to actually get merges and a lot of elixir because the Echo doesn't actually get any elixir. So against this guy, I think what I'll do is I'll probably just put in the Devil Goblins, maybe just squeeze out a bit more elixir if we can. But we have the 3-star Echo, and the Echo is definitely getting a lot more value here. But it's going to be different, of course, when we're at the top 10,000, the top 1,000, the top 100. It's always very different. So the rulers that are very good are going to depend greatly on the trophy range you're at. So if the Echo Sage might not be viable, you know, at the very top, but it could be very good at sort of the middle of the leaderboard. So it's going to make a huge difference there and vice versa. So we do get a mini P.E.K.K.A there. We also get the prince. I think I'm just going to sell this guy. Let's just kind of go all in here, I feel like. And we did have a Mega Knight there that I probably should have got. But this is going to be pretty good. Our Echo here, hopefully it can carry us. Let's put that wizard in very quickly. I almost kind of missed that. But hopefully the Echo carries here. As you can see, his team is way better than ours. But can the Echo actually clutch up from a situation like this? I'm kind of curious to see. I just don't think it has an HP. That's my biggest worry. It just instantly dies after one shot. That doesn't seem very good to me, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't really think this is going to be too strong, just based on, what I've gone through right now, though, to be fair, our comp isn't too good either. But I think what I'll probably go for here is I might just try to go for a full Brawler, so we do get the Prince again, and the Mega Knight. I think that's probably what I'm just going to have to go for. And I think I'll sell that, and hopefully we can get, yeah, perfect, like an Executioner or something like that. And this is a very good comp, and we'll see if we can actually maybe get a win with this comp. And let's try to place our Echo here on the 2-star machine. I want to try to place it next to the strongest target so we can take that guy out first. But even so, man, the Echo just gets the center of attention and just dies instantly. But let's see. Boom, takes up the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie was a very solid pick there. And I feel like the Echo is just dying, man. I feel like they either gotta give it more HP or maybe make it so that the Echo, I don't know, doesn't really get shot. But we actually do take that round, so that's very interesting. Let's probably go for the, I would say, the Spear Goblin. Maybe get some more merges. That's what I would say. Let's go for the Executioner. I think that's probably a good buy here. And I think I'll probably sell these two and just go for that Prince one more time. But okay, this is perfect. He just got a 3-star Goblin machine, and he actually switches it. So this guy actually isn't a bot. I actually kind of thought he was a bot, so, or not a bot, but like just a very bad player, but he actually switched it last second, so that's obviously very good. I kind of wanted to see how it would fare against the 3-star machine here, but we just got a 4-star. I don't know if we can survive until then, though. That's the problem, just because of how weak this guy is. We actually do survive, so let's see how the 4-star Echo does against this guy. Okay, so we have the 4-star Echo here. Let's see how it does. I did actually switch last second to make it target the machine. Boom. Oh my god, we just oh my god. Wait, it missed the first attack, and then it switched attacks. That was completely insane. So overall, I do think the Echo Sage, as you've seen in that last clip, is very good at 3 and 4 stars. However, because of the lack of elixir it gets, I don't think it's going to be very good, as well as because of how fragile the Echo is. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video.